over here.
Ooh.
How we doing today?
Boy, this is trash.
You know,
Dude, it's
trial and error.
So let's talk about what has happened up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 8 minutes into one pod.
Mm-hmm.
The light wasn't on.
Yup.
The lighting wasn't on. Then we got 30 minutes into another episode.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time my nipple is showing. And on
Yikes.
Twitch you can't show nips.
Yeah, not good.
So I didn't want to get banned, so stopped the video.
Yeah.
So this is our third time trying this, and that's kind of crazy.
It's okay. Third time's a charm. We got this.
To do one podcast.
It's all good. We got all the time in the world.
Anyways, I guess we'll just go over what we talked about in the last pod. So, I'm famous.
You are famous.
I'm famous.
You're super famous.
So we started making skits on TikTok and posting them on TikTok and YouTube. So that's probably where you recognize me from. You know, it's getting difficult. I can't handle the fame.
You're just having a really hard time with it.
Yeah, it's
like struggling.
It's the groupies, it's the fanboys.
The females, they just be all over you.
It's females, males, they, them, it's. They're just...
Everyone's going stupid.
Like white on rice.
Mm.
After me.
I feel for you.
Like
That's
moss,
so hard.
Like moss on a Mississippi tree stump.
Oh, see, we went too far.
That was Michael Scott from The Office. But yeah. So,
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
I'm just saying. We've been doing these, and they've been so much fun. Little backstory about me. Not only am I a musician.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even call myself a musician. I don't think I'm a musician. I'm a rapper. It's just the way it goes. I write words down.
Yeah, when I think musician, I think of somebody who like sings
instrument.
and plays an instrument.
My mouth isn't an instrument.
I mean,
it's an instrument in other areas.
Hello?
That's such a lie. Not telling the truth.
I'm sorry.
Not telling the truth.
I was just gonna, go along, but you outed yourself.
No,
so.
I'm a big fan of film. I'm a big fan of screenwriting. I always said one day I want to write a TV show or write a cartoon or something like that. I love the idea of explaining a message cinematically.
Mm-hmm.
And I get upset at things and I want to make fun of them.
Mm-hmm.
Thus my screenwriter.
Thus your TikToks were born.
Yeah, my screenwriter in me comes out.
When I did that, it looked like I was doing like my boobs. So sorry, that's not what I was doing. Anyway.
Gotta apologize.
Oops.
So we did the bartending skit.
I think that one's my favorite.
Yeah, the bartending skit. So where that one came from was I don't know how. I'm not a drinker. I don't look up alcohol videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because I get some cooking videos on my YouTube and TikTok. I get these
on the algorithm.
I get two different guys. There's one dude. He's this guy. He's bald, or sometimes he wears hats, kind of similar to mine.
Mm-hmm.
And his shtick is people recommend mixing this drink with this liquor, and it tastes like X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
And he's
like a dreamsicle.
Yeah, it tastes like a dreamsicle, or it tastes like Skittles, or it tastes like something like that.
Ooh.
It tastes like apple pie or whatever.
Try one.
No, I actually like watching them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if he's right. And so he pours it up, and he always mixes it with something so weird.
Mm-hmm.
He always mixes it with a random object. It'll be like a picture frame.
Oh, like literally mixing. I thought you meant like a weird like drink, but like an object.
He uses an object, and that's the funny part is he doesn't mention it, but he'll use like keys, a bleach bottle.
That's kind of gross, no?
I'm sure he cleaned. I hope. But
maybe we just out here drinking bleach. Please don't do that. That's very dangerous.
No, so yeah, he did one, or he does these little sample bottles, little mini bottles of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And when he pours the alcohol into the glass with the ice, he spins it and it does nothing.
It's pretty.
It does nothing. I think he's trying to create a tornado thing, but you're gonna mix it anyway. So I don't understand.
Like you're gonna stir it anyway.
Yeah, like the only thing that makes sense to me is that you're trying to evenly pour it out all over, but you're gonna mix it anyway. So what's the point? And it annoys me so much that I wrote a skit about it. And there's this other guy who creates like party drinks, big quantities in barrels and shit. And his energy is so high, and he's pouring stuff and it's going everywhere, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. He's just pouring it, and I'm just ha, you know. And it's one of those, and I wrote a skit about it, and so thus was born the internet bartenders. And the whole point is that I just want it in the cup. Put my drink in the cup because I want to drink it.
Want to try it.
I just want to consume it, digest it, and you're playing with it. You know?
I see your point.
That's why, you know, the whole point was, hey, can I get a drink? And then he's just going crazy. It's like, I guess not. I can't get a drink. You got to hit me in the face with water.
I did.
You got to throw a water bottle in my face.
I got to throw water on you and then throw a water bottle at you, and that was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
2 questions.
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely.
Were you impressed by how I took it?
A little bit, yeah, because like the water bottle, I was like, I feel like I'm hurting you.
So the splashing of the water, that was a one-take Timmy.
I did so good.
That was a one-take Timmy.
Yeah, no, I was
because you could
amazing.
really only get it right once.
Right.
If not, you have to change clothes.
We would have had to redo the whole thing.
Or wait for this water to dry.
I would have got the blow dryer out. I would have been like, shh.
Yeah, but
I should have thought about that. We could have.
But we killed it first try.
No, we did. We were
but
amazing.
But throwing the bottle at me.
Now we're famous.
This is a full bottle of water, and you're throwing and it's hit me in the face. We did it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So I was getting hit with that bottle.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have like a bruised nose.
No. Well, a lot of it hit my chest and like my chin.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
The last take, whenever I threw it and it kind of like landed on the counter and it rolled. That was so funny and
that's
so
the one
golden.
you used, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that video is gold. It honestly is. That was my favorite one, mostly just because I decided with my fun editing that I like to do that I could put the little clip like in the middle of. And just make it look better. I don't know. I love editing videos. The splashing
of the water in the middle of everything going crazy, that is something that was 1,000% you. That was not a idea I had.
Because for you, when you thought of it, it was like after
when everything was over, just having water all over me.
Yeah.
And just saying, can I just get a water bottle? And then getting hit with a water bottle. But you throwing it in the middle of the bartender going crazy,
right?
That was complete editing genius, and that is what I don't have. That's what I don't, because
we kind of like complete each other in that way.
Yeah, I get to put on my screenwriter hat. I get to put on my acting hat a little bit, and I do enjoy that part.
You're really good at that. I'm still trying to like learn how to get there because I haven't been in front of the camera like that a whole lot. So like. I'm still getting comfortable,
If I was way more attractive, I would, like, take acting lessons. But I don't know what I would play besides...
Are you trying to say that all actors are attractive? Because that's just absolutely not true.
See, I don't want to respond to that because it's going to sound like I'm throwing myself a pity party. And that's not what your boy's about. Okay. I was going to say, like, I'm not funny enough to be the comedic ugly actor, and I'm not attractive enough to be the main star. So there's not really a role for me in Hollywood yet, but hey, I'm coming. That's all I'm saying.
We're getting there. This is what this is about,
Yeah, then we made the When Men versus Women Are Sick, and that one was a lot of recording.
That was a lot, yeah.
A lot of editing. And that was an idea I had for a while. Because when men are sick, we just we're done. We're about to cross
the
over.
Biggest babies
We
in the world.
Are chatting up with St. Pete at the gates, dude. We are
St. Pete at the gate, he said.
He's the guy that decides if you go to heaven or hell.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
St. Pete? Yeah, look it up.
Never
I have a bar about it.
Really?
I think. Something about it.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've always laughed at how men turn into like the biggest babies in the world.
And women are just G's when they're sick.
No, for real. But we're G's through everything. We're G's through labor, through our periods.
Oh, here we go. Oh my
everything.
God. We get it. You're amazing. You create humans. Oh my God.
Can someone come get him, please? I'm really kind of like
It's crazy.
it.
Like if you really like made a list of what women
are so superior, it's unbelievable.
Well, see, you're taking it enough. I'm trying to really give you a compliment and you're making it toxic. I'm saying
I'm just saying
if you made a list of what women have to endure and then what men have to endure, it's not close.
It's not.
So I don't even know how misogyny exists, to be honest. I'm only misogynistic jokingly because I'm like borderline feminist.
Yeah, no, I don't really understand either, but, I guess maybe it's just because, like, it's based off the stereotype that men are, like, stronger than women, and, like, I don't know why that's what we've gone off of for, like, years.
But there's just certain things, like, men are naturally physically stronger. But here's my thing. What does that get you?
No, literally.
Like, I will concede and say men are physically stronger. If you need someone to lift up a tree trunk, I'm gonna get a man, right? But anything else, don't come near me.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's how it is.
A therapist, you know who I want to talk to? A woman. You know who I want? Okay, I'm about to go. I'm about to be really. I was about to really be like, really a male feminist.
It's fine.
I'm not. Everybody has their advantages in certain fields.
No, for sure.
But yeah. But so
I'm really being overdramatic about women being so superior. Men and women have their place, and there's a reason that there's men and women.
Did you see that video I sent you, where it was like these Trump supporters who were incredibly sexist and misogynistic?
Oh my God, stop.
Were like, what did they say? The guy, because the guy whole point is this dude interviews Trump supporters and insults them to their face, but they don't understand it because they're not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed. The
one with the guy wearing the shirt, I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Oh,
this is not happening.
The one
right
we
now.
have to respect women thing?
Yeah.
And it's like, it says the most gross thing about women on his shirt. And the
He's
guy's
talking
like,
about Hillary Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Clinton's a bitch, but...
No, Clinton sucks, but not like Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, and the reporter's like, we got to respect our women, right? And then the guy's like, yeah, we absolutely got to respect our women. He's like,
what does your shirt say?
Yeah, cool shirt you have, by the way. He's like, yeah, no, it is a cool shirt. No, but we really got to respect women.
No,
but
and then he turns around and it just gets worse.
It
and I'm
gets
just like,
worse
oh my God, somebody get this man.
And they're just getting insulted to their face. But the thing is, he goes up to the lady and he goes, could a woman be president? And then she goes, no, because women are so hormonal that a war would stop every 10 a war would start every 10 seconds. And then he goes, but hasn't a man started every war?
every war ever?
And she goes,
oh, my nose ring got stuck. Okay.
She goes, well, yeah. It's like,
can you we just don't think before we say things. Like
no.
that like part
it's
of our brain where we filter what we're supposed to say. Like it just isn't. It's just not there.
It's not even trying. But yeah, and then so we did the men versus women when they're sick video, and then we just put out the what working from home is like.
That one was fun.
These are all brain babies of mine.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite part of that one is the very end when you're walking around eating the banana.
Yeah. And that's legitimately what working from home is like.
Tristan's a little bitch.
Tristan's a bitch. Sorry, all the Tristans out there. I don't even know a Tristan, but that's and none of that video was scripted at all.
Just went off top.
All of that was improv by me. There was no script involved, so I think I could have did a lot better if there was a script, but this was just an idea.
Sometimes the improv is funny though. Like I think that the improv is what made the banana scene so funny.
Yeah, like literally it was pretend to talk on the phone. Here's a banana. what happens
What
next?
are you gonna do?
And then it came out how it came out.
Came to fruition.
Yeah, so a couple G bars off of some videos, nothing too crazy, couple hundred likes. I don't know, it's good to give back to the comedy community, really, because who else is gonna do it if
done
not
so
me?
much for you.
Who else is gonna do it if not me?
But to plug our socials real quick, friends, since we probably should have done that a minute ago. Follow us on TikTok, The Underwhelming Couple, and at Oliver Lloyd the Rapper. Instagram at Window Therapy Podcast. Follow us on YouTube, Window Therapy Podcast. Follow us on Twitch, The Underwhelming Couple. And last but not least, we got our Snapchat up and going, so follow us at The Underwhelming Couple.
Yep, that's how it goes. Too many socials for me to really remember.
Yep, and you know who runs all of them?
Hanky
Panky. But no, I love it. I love running the socials. I love doing the editing. All that behind the scenes stuff is so fun for me. It's my favorite.
Yeah, you're the way I look at it is, if there's any sports fans out there, I'm the offensive and defensive coordinator. And what they do is they design the plays and they structure a playbook around their personnel, around their players. And you're the head coach.
Absolutely.
You call the plays and you direct me where to go. And that's the important thing about it.
Absolutely.
So I do have a question.
Ooh, okay.
How difficult is it to stick to a grocery list?
Like not when I go to the store, I can't buy anything else off my list.
You write and create this list at home before heading to the grocery store.
Yes, I do it every time.
How hard is it to only purchase items that are on that list, nothing extra?
I mean, it's pretty hard. Because a lot of the times, like, once I get to the store, 9 times out of 10, there's probably something else that I'm gonna remember when I'm there that I didn't remember when I was at home.
I just feel like I would argue that if you went to the store without a list and just went down the proper aisles, like just boom, 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 zigzag, then do the outside, right? You wouldn't need a list because you would naturally see things that you want, and maybe stuff that you wouldn't even think to put on a list that you would enjoy more. And I think you would have a more enjoyable grocery experience, a stress-free grocery experience, and you would be home quicker and happier.
I don't agree. I feel like a list, like...
Someone as OCD as you is not going to agree with that.
Well, because here's my thing. Like, I don't want to go down every single aisle. And if I know the store already...
You maybe don't go down 2 or 3 aisles.
But there's so many aisles I don't go down. Like, I don't know. And there's also the part of the thing, because I feel like when you go with me, because most of the time I just go by myself. That's just how I like to do it, because I just feel like I'm quicker that way. But, when you go with me, I feel kind of like thrown off my like typical routine, as I would say. We all know that, Haylee likes her routines. So when I go, I feel like I am a little more sporadic with you versus like when I go, I very much have like, okay, I have to go get this first and then this. And like, I very much have like my way that I do it.
It must suck being you.
Yeah, well.
I have a couple of people in my life. My best friend, you. There are certain aspects of life where you guys are very unique, and it sucks. I couldn't imagine.
What makes you say that?
Like with my best friend, what's his name? Jaron Hayden. Let's plug the.
Look out for Jaron Hayden. He's coming.
Let's plug the artist name. And he'll agree with, I'm not outing him by any means. Like, we've had this conversation and he agrees 1,000%. He's extremely dramatic. So when but he's dramatic when it comes to recreational stuff, like sports and stuff like that, music, whatever.
Like what you were telling me earlier about the basketball thing.
Yeah. And when he just jumps off the deep end so fast. And he'll say he enjoys it because he gets more invested. And that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think about it from my point of view, which doesn't affect him whatsoever. It's really just how I think about it.
Yeah.
I would hate to be that person. That would mess with me mentally. When something's not going my way, I just think the world is ending. And it's like, I would hate to be that person. Because now, and I used to be that way when I was younger, where, you know, the Texans would lose a game and I'd be like, oh,
so, but he was saying that he just feels like it makes him more like invested in the whole situation.
He gets excited. Like, he has his ups, has his downs. Like, he flies by the seat of his pants. He just kind of likes
the emotions of it.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I just know that doesn't work for me personally because I've worked so hard to, when something's not going my way, to just kind of be like, that's it. That's life.
Right.
You know, that's just how it goes. And there have been times where Jordan will kind of catch me and say, he's like, I wish I had your optimism. And it's just like, there's nothing you can do. You know?
It just is what it is.
It just is what it is. And, you know, try to have
but why were you saying that in terms of me?
I was getting there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just you're so OCD that, like, you eliminate spontaneous events.
Yeah, I don't really like spontaneous events.
Yeah, because you don't like going into the unknown. You don't like...
It's part of the reason that, like, I have a hard time, like, branching out to, like, new shows and stuff, or, like, movies, because, you know, there's a reason I watch Friends on repeat all the time. It's because, like, I know it's gonna happen. It's familiar. It's just, you know, it keeps me grounded. What bothered me,
we watched The Upside. We watched The Upside with Kevin Hart and... Oh my God, his name will escape me right here.
His name always escapes me. I always want to call him something else. I'm going to look it up. I got this.
Kevin Hart and the dude from Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Bryan Cranston.
Is that his name?
Bryan Cranston.
Really?
Yeah. That's who
You're so good. See, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman's that other person? Really?
That's the chick that he likes. Yeah. But we watched that movie. Great movie, by the way. It's
fantastic.
If those,
amazing.
No spoilers, but if those who haven't seen it, the plot is Kevin Hart is a con. Well,
he was a con.
Yeah, he was in jail and he just got out. And if part of his parole is he has to prove that he's looking for a job to not go back to jail, to like stay compliant with parole. And he's not trying at all. He's going to these interviews and he's like, just sign this saying that I went here.
Right.
Don't hire me. He's not taking anything seriously. So he goes for a caretaker job for this billionaire, Bryan Cranston, who's a quadriplegic, only can move neck up. And he ends up giving him the job, even though he tried to tank it.
Right.
But anyways, we watched that movie. It's a fantastic movie. It's a funny, sad at times movie. And, anyways, and the next day we had such a good time watching that movie. And the next day I said, hey, we should watch another movie. And you were like, I just want to watch The Upside again. I'm like, why would you want to watch that again? You're like, I liked it. And I'm like, let's watch something else. And you're like, but what if it's not as good as that? And I would hate to be you. I would hate to have that mind.
And it is funny, and at times it is annoying, I will say, because like I do want to like watch new things, but then I'm like, I don't want to like waste my time watching something I don't like. I don't know. It's
not
a weird
how this works.
It's a weird concept. I don't know how to explain my OCD. It just is the way it is. It's something. How do you
listen to new music? If you're scared you're not gonna like it.
Well, no, it's like I told you before about how, you know, my all-time favorite band ever is Bears Den. Okay, and they have quite a bit of new music out that I have not listened to because I'm like, but what if it doesn't sound like the stuff that I really like? And so,
not a real fan.
You know what? Fuck you.
I'm being real with you.
But listen, I there's a big part of me that just hasn't felt like I had the time to sit down and listen to it with what we've had going on recently. Because a lot of it has come out very recent, like literally in the past week or two. But I don't know. I just get kind of like, it takes me a while to warm up. I'll say that. It just takes me a minute to warm up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting, but we get there. It's fine.
Have only been like that as when it came to wanting something so familiar when I have panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Which
it's like that all the time.
That's crazy. No.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean when I say I couldn't be like y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why we're all individuals.
Hey, but that's what makes us,
We're all snowflakes. We're all different on the inside.
Yup.
Apparently snowflakes are different on the inside. I don't know. Is that even real?
I don't know, but they all look like little balls to me, so they're just like little flurry things.
Little flurry things?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You want to get into Reddit?
Absolutely. Today we have unpopular opinions.
Yeah, we're shaking things up this pod.
Mm-hmm.
We got some stuff that's a little different.
Yep. We've got no relationship advice and no Ask Men today, just straight unpopular opinions, which I'm excited about because they're really good. All right, so the first one is having a spouse who is naked all the time is not as great as it sounds. That's the title. Okay.
Yep.
Says, my 38 male wife, 36 female, is constantly naked around the house. It might be a few hours after a shower before she eventually puts clothes on. Don't get me wrong, I won't pass up the occasional squeeze when she's within arm's reach, but her being naked all the time kind of takes some of the fun out of getting her naked for sexy time. How do you feel about this?
So, he's definitely onto something.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, I would argue a lot of the times, completely naked is not even how we prefer to look at our women.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lacy underwear that does it. It really complements the body better than being completely naked.
I get that.
If that sounds weird. But also, being a little funny with it,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we want to unwrap something.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas morning.
Pull the bow.
Sometimes I want to open it.
Open it.
Sometimes I'm trying to see what's inside, you know?
No, I get that. I think, honestly, I agree with him because I feel like, especially as like a married couple, it could take away some of the spice in your
pizzazz.
In your sex life if you're not, because if you're just naked all the time, I mean, then you're just seeing each other. There's no like fun to it, and
you don't get to pull nothing out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could argue the same, the same thing, like,
I want to unwrap it.
Right. No. Let me unbutton your pants.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get it.
No, yeah. Let me unbutton your pants. Let me, shimmy them down.
Once you get it over this. The cakes, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Slapped my hamstring.
Booty.
Slapped my hamstring and said the cakes because I can't get
That's where they are.
I can't get
to your booty.
I got meaty hamstrings.
So we agree with him. So not super unpopular opinion between us.
I don't know who would say that that's unpopular.
I don't know. I wonder what the comments say about that.
I don't care about the fucking comments.
Yikes.
Sorry.
The first person commented said, just put clothes on her during sex. Problem solved. That's funny. That has over 16K upvotes on Reddit.
Yo, Reddit is the best place because
it's so good.
Reddit's the best place because the comments are so sarcastic and hilarious. And there's no hate comments,
Mm-hmm.
It's just all funny, passive aggressive.
No, it's all so funny. I love it.
It's amazing. What else we got?
Excuse me. So the next one is that this one, I'm telling you, gold. People that get dressed in the bathroom after having a shower are crazy. I agree.
Where else do you get dressed at?
Listen, okay. Let me tell you. Being in the hot, steamy shower trying to get dressed is crazy. Let me read you what she says because I agree 1,000%.
But our bathroom's different, though.
No.
Our bathroom, we have the shower, and then the shower is by itself in a room.
Okay, but our bathroom's different. We're talking about just your normal bathroom where everything's together.
Yeah. Just put the... What do you mean?
Okay, just hold on. Just read.
This is why you're naked all the time.
Let me read this to you. Okay, I can't understand how people get dressed in a bathroom after having a shower. It doesn't matter how much I dry myself off, I'm still wet. Putting on my clothes and they're sticking to me.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on.
Time out. How are you still wet?
We're gonna get there. Okay, we're gonna get there. It's okay. Putting on my clothes and they're sticking to me and not going on my body properly. So then I'm left all sweaty from that stressful experience. It's sensory overload and sends me into a panic attack. Not an actual panic attack. Maybe I'm the crazy person because I'd rather sprawl out on my bed until I'm dry and can get dressed with no stress. Then she edits it.
This is dude's wife. Dude's wife posted this. The dude from the last post. This is his wife.
Right? And then she edits the post and says, yes, I know how to dry myself off. Yes,
no, you don't. You clearly don't.
No, but I have the same issue. And she said, then she goes, yes, there's a vent in my bathroom and it's turned on. I'm a female that has lukewarm showers. I personally can't handle the heat. But no, I completely get what she's saying because you're still moist. You need to be out of the moist environment.
You don't dry off properly.
No, it's just not true. Every time I dry off so well, you watch me how I dry off. I am very detailed with it. I do it the same way every single time I get out of the shower. But no, I don't want to feel any type of moist because the steam is in there and you're still, no, can't do it. That's why when we stay at your mama's house and I have to do that in her bathroom, I hate it. It makes me want to just throw up.
Y'all are special.
It also depends on what kind of clothes you're putting on.
Also, this brings up another question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a shower question.
Okay.
Obviously, we're shower takers.
Yep.
And you wash your face every single day? I wash my face every single day?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I like pretty medium to hot showers.
Mm-hmm.
Not super hot, but just medium to hot. When it's time to wash your face and put your face in the shower to wash off the soap or face wash.
Yep.
Do you have to turn down the temperature or can you just take it?
No, I just do it.
So that's interesting you say that. With me, my face cannot take the heat that my body can.
That's weird.
Like, so so going this way counterclockwise is pushing it hot, right?
Right.
So it'll be here. I'm washing my body. I'm doing my thing. I'm weird. I wash all my body separate.
Uh-huh.
So I'll do face. Well, I actually do face last because for some reason I just feel fresher when my face was the last thing I washed. Fresh out the shower. So like I'll go body, privates, legs, get the back the best I can. Areas I have a lot of hair.
For sure.
So like I have a chest hair. My back's kind of crazy sometimes. Underarms, bop.
Sure.
Then so again, it's right here, right? When it's time to scrub my face, when it's time to wash off, I got to do one of those and make it very lukewarm.
Mm-hmm. Like
almost cool to wash my face.
I feel like that's not crazy, but
because my face can't take the heat.
Personally, I just don't do that.
I
also just don't like the feeling like I'm just a hot-natured person, I feel. I mean, I say that. I be getting cold, though. But anyway, like...
I was about to say, you're on both sides.
I feel like I'm very,
spectrum.
all over the place with that. But specifically when it comes to a shower, I'll be in the shower, and if it's too hot, when it's time to get out, I just feel miserable. Just so hot from being in the hot shower, and it's I want to be cool in, my normal temperature
and
again so fast.
And you can't take, a cool shower?
I don't really like it. I don't like the way it feels, but I try towards the end.
My question for you is, do you think how you feel after a hot shower and how you feel after a cool to warm shower, you don't think the latter would be a better idea for you?
Maybe. What I've been trying recently is that before I get out, I've been trying to turn it down and get kind of cool and then get out and see if it's helping.
So when I take baths, I'm a bath taker when I chill. What you just described, I do the opposite when I take baths. I'll chill in a cool bath. Because they say ice baths are good for you.
Sure.
But I'll chill in a cool bath. But right before I get out, make it super hot. So I get out and I'm not cold.
Yeah.
Because I just or I make it so hot to where when I do get out, the cool almost helps.
I get you.
So it's the same concept.
I get you.
What else we got?
All right.
No, y'all don't dry off good. I am not moist at all when I put on my...
I was actually curious what people said, but we'll just have to, see. That was so funny.
I'm not moist at all. I am completely dry when I put on my clothes.
I just feel like that's not true because I feel like there's so many times I look at you and I'm like, yo, you're still wet on your back, sir. How are you putting on clothes?
But
right
also,
now?
hot shower, being a little moist, and the AC hitting you, you'll like the cold. At least I do. So
Well, that's a good point. All right. This one I was curious your take on. It says, being nice isn't a selling point in dating. It's the bare minimum. Sick and tired of seeing people, and let's be honest, guys, complaining about how they're a nice guy but can't get a date. Being nice is the absolute bare minimum a person can bring to the table when it comes to dating. It's not a flex, and if you're trying to flex it like it is, you probably have the personality of a wet blanket and are at best boring and at worst not actually a nice person. Also, for your information, I'm a guy.
didn't sound like it.
I didn't think so either.
No. So I get the concept of what you're saying. Being nice is just a character trait you should always carry with you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't set you apart.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. The term is nice guys finish last, and it is a real concept. We all have female friends.
Mm-hmm.
We all have seen past relationships come and go. And the guys that win are guys that...
Or douchebags.
I don't want to throw douchebag on them, but they definitely don't bring a whole lot to the table as far as getting away from toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
So they come with extreme baggage, temper problems, whatever you want to say, cockiness, narcissism, whatever you want to say. So my thing is, being a true nice guy, you're behind the 8 ball, behind the curve, if you will, because it's the exact same argument I made last pod about dad bods, where women, really good looking, the textbook generic good looking woman says, I don't want a super muscular dude. I want to do with a dad bod, right?
Right.
I don't think that comes from a place of attraction. I think that comes from the idea that a guy with a dad bod is less self-centered, therefore will spend more time with me, more mental capacity is made for me, thus making the relationship happier. And then I challenged that and said, I think that's a good idea in theory. But when those women get in those scenarios, takes a little time and goes, you know what? I'm not really physically attracted to this guy, and then the relationship falters. I think this is that same scenario where women are not just looking for a nice guy; they like some spice, and these nice guys aren't coming with spice.
Right?
They're just like me. When I truly found you, we met on Tinder. That's not a secret. Well, that's a story that we tell from time after time. I was truly a nice guy with you. I didn't try to sleep with you. I didn't even allude to it. I just hey, got out of a super long relationship months ago. I'm back in the dating scene. Everybody is so hesitant nowadays to hang out. I had my pitch let's meet somewhere public in front of a lot of people. You did
it all textbook, all right.
If you feel you can keep your car running if you want, and that was the true nice guy approach. But
it was exactly what I needed.
Yeah, but then once you get to know me, I know I'm weird as shit. So you get to see the edginess that I have.
You're a little edgy, but
But it's
almost 4 years later, so you did something right.
Yeah, I think dudes just preaching the nice guy mentality, it just never ends up well because women get so bored. Everybody has strict ADHD nowadays, and it rears its ugly head in multiple aspects of life. I think it comes to music, when it comes to movies, TV shows, podcasts. Everybody is just, you need to get my attention, you need to get it quick. I think being a nice guy can get the attention, but I just don't think it lasts.
Yeah.
It just doesn't last. I
get that. I think you're right, honestly. I think I've had experience personally where, you know, there's probably been a nice guy where I've been like, you're just not enough for me. You're just not.
There's just, and that's what this person is saying in the post. It's a bare minimum. Being nice is something that you should have, but you have to come attached with something.
A personality. That's why I just thought it was so funny when they said, you probably have the personality of a wet blanket. Why does it have to be a wet blanket?
I've heard that before, so I don't think your personality is that original because that's reused.
Yikes.
You could have came up with your own shit, but
all right, on to the next. This one says, if your sex life gets worse after you get married, then you married the wrong person.
Agree.
It says, as the title says, sex or blowjobs, etc. shouldn't decrease in frequency after marriage. If they do, then you didn't marry the right person. Of course, we're getting...
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
That's on me.
Of course, once you have kids, it can make it more difficult, but the desire should still be there. And then they put an edit and said, I didn't mean that sex should never decrease, such as with age or after many years of being married. The primary point of my opinion is that if your sex life was good before marriage, then within the first couple of years it drops off or just becomes completely sexless, then you shouldn't have married that person. So, and then the person beneath it that I thought was an important comment said 8 years into a marriage and 11 in a relationship with the same woman can report frequency is down. However, intensity and quality of sex has only gotten better, more than makes up for it. Adulthood would keep you busy, quality over quantity. And I liked that comment because I think he's saying the right thing. I think, you know, you get busy as an adult, you know, maybe at a certain point, but I also think you can make time for it, but people be tired. So I don't know. I'm kind of like both with it.
I don't remember verbatim, but there's a piece in the original post that says the desire shouldn't decrease.
Yes, he says, of course, once you have kids, it can make it more difficult, but the desire should still be there.
So I want to hone in on that.
Okay.
Everything else, I feel like is too much.
Okay.
And I think people get the wrong idea. And just like that first comment, the comment that you read, that was a good comment. I still think that was off of what this person meant. I think the person meant the desire. So the quality quantity thing, not really what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, I think that's
how
just
many
because...
times you have it and people being busy is not really what that person's talking about.
Right.
It's saying if you don't desire to have sex with your partner after being married for a certain period of time, you married the wrong person. And on that, I say agree. You?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like us. I mean, we've been married almost 2 years now. And it's like, if we still didn't have that desire at 2 years in, it would be like, well, what you doing there? Because, I mean, let's be honest.
Someone needs to stop me because it's getting bad, bro.
Because, I mean, but let's be honest, you know, like attraction and like that physical intimacy with your partner, I feel like that's, you know, in my opinion, I think that's like 60% of the relationship. You might even think it's more. But I think
relationships are 75% physical and nobody can tell me different.
See, I think it's more like 60-40, but I'm with you. I think that percentage is very, very up there like that for sure.
Yeah, I think there's just way too many relationships, and I think we've seen them personally. Maybe you know a friend of a friend, or you just throughout your comings and goings of life of two couples that are clearly attracted to each other.
Yeah.
Clearly going, but they just are wrong. Like, their interactions in the relationship are toxic or so bad, but they still make it work. It's like because they're so attracted to each other. Yeah, they know they did the best they can do, and that pushes the relationship. Right. I want to clarify, I don't think a relationship should be 75% physical. I just think they are. Right. I'm just talking what my opinion of the lay of the land is. Yeah. I think majority of relationships is, let me find the best looking person that I can score and let me make it work. I think that's way too many of the relationships. I don't think it should be that way. I think it should be 50-50 split. But it's not, is all I'm saying.
No, I agree.
And, yeah, I mean, that's just the way it goes.
It's how it goes for sure.
But no, someone needs to stop me because I'm going crazy. And I'm starting to get in the mood with shit that shouldn't get me in the mood. Like, it'd be crazy. She's just like eating a bag of chips, and I'm like, you eat those fucking chips, girl.
I'll be like messy and shit, you know, chip crumbs like on my boobs, and he's like,
let me clean up.
What you do? And I'm like, oh,
let me eat them crumbs, girl. I don't even like Doritos like that, but I eat them.
Okay, on to the next. This one had me rolling laughing earlier. Red Starburst are better than pink Starburst. In school, everyone always freaked out over pink Starburst. They are overrated, and red ranks supreme. When I traded pink for red in 3rd grade, everyone assumed I did it because I liked that boy. No, it was because red is superior. The fact that I liked that boy is relevant. And I just thought that was so funny because, you know, pink was always like, that was the shit.
They're both wrong.
Are you going to say yellow?
Orange is the best Starburst.
Yo, apparently people were coming out in the comments on this one saying that the yellow were like crazy. And
they're all good, to be honest.
I feel like they all taste the same.
No, not Starburst. I think they proved that Skittles all taste the same.
Yes.
Which is not true because I've had a grape Skittle before and it clearly was a grape Skittle.
I've done that with other things
I don't
before.
believe that.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Skittles. Maybe it was
one
something
thing's
else.
for sure: all M&Ms taste the same.
Oh my god.
Choco latte, baby.
You're gonna like this one because I feel like you feel this way. Okay.
Okay.
Watermelon is way overhyped and does not taste as good as everyone makes it out to be.
Watermelon might be one of the worst fruits in the world.
It's so good.
I will put that on G-O-D.
It has to be just right for it to be good. A little too warm, yuck. A little too cold, yuck. Too dry, yuck. Too much water in it, yuck.
It's just you're eating water with like a smidge of sugar flavoring. That's what watermelon is.
Well, and it was so funny. And then the person says, and they go, and the skin feels coarse, if that's how it can be described. Like little gravel that's edible. Watermelon just sucks. And people only overhype it because it's cold and has water. Bro, just drink water. That's all. Thanks.
Nah, big facts.
I thought you would like that one because I know you.
Watermelon is so garbage, bro.
No, literally. And then the first person said,
"Is there a messier fruit to eat?"
It's amazing.
No,
it's so good. The first person commented and
water, bro.
The first person comments and goes, "What kind of watermelon are you eating?" And then goes, "My thought exactly. Watermelon to OP. Watermelon is just cold water. They've never had a proper one in their entire life. Literally, I don't think you've ever had a proper watermelon.
Dude,
watermelon's good.
So bad.
For all of you who think that watermelon is good, y'all just
Okay.
Let me know.
I'm a big fan of lettuce, right? No one can talk to me and make fun of me for liking lettuce and liking the texture of lettuce if y'all eat watermelon, because it's the same fucking thing.
Excuse me. Like lettuce all you want, baby.
Excuse my language.
Okay, last one, real quick. Swimming is awful. In general, it's boring as fuck. What are you supposed to do in a pool? Every time water guns are used, someone gets mad they were hit in the eye or something, and that's no fun. Water sports are the same as they are on land, but everything's waterlogged, so you can't move around easily. I suppose you could just race each other, but that gets boring quick. Beaches are slightly better, with the ability to make sandcastles and such, but sand gets everywhere, and it's always too hot on land or too cold in the water.
This person's got autism. For sure.
Oh my god.
This is one of my people.
Oh my god.
For sure.
Anyway, I thought you would appreciate that one because that's just so funny.
No, I mean, for one, see, I'm not a swimmer, okay? But I understand the appeal to it. You're like, that's the closest thing you can get to zero gravity on
you
Earth.
Just be like chilling.
It's the closest thing you can get to being on the moon.
Absolutely.
Is in water. So I see the appeal, but honestly, the best part about pools is drinking and just chilling in the water.
Oh, someone followed us.
Chilling in the water with music playing.
For sure.
That's why swimming is cool. But like, yeah. I thought this post was going to be about actually swimming, but he mentioned sandcastles and whatnot. So
I think he was just talking the overall idea of swimming.
Yeah, like everything that encompasses it. The best part about, I mean, if you're an adult and you're of age, is drinking a little bit, bust out the speakers, play some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Like wet, naked bodies, and that's kind of fun.
Ooh.
Mostly naked, almost naked.
Okay.
However you want to phrase that.
Yeah. Okay. Do your thing. But no, it's all about listening to music, being in the pool, maybe grilling some burgers or whatnot. That's when swimming is fun, and it's the closest thing to being on the moon, on Earth. You're a hater, and beaches are awesome. just to chill on.
No, I low-key agree about the beaches with them.
Beaches are cool just to chill on. Beaches are not fun when it's overpopulated. When there's too many people, beaches are not fun. But if you can get you an area where you got like
some room,
20 feet this way, 20 feet that way in a circumference, you can just chill with the fam on the beach and watch the waves and stuff. That's awesome, man. Beaches are cool.
I can dig it. That's all I had for Reddit. I just thought some of my posts were, pretty funny. Some good conversation provoking posts.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to hop into trivia next?
Oh, it's absolutely trivia time.
Okay, I'm super excited about mine.
Okay. So you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
How you want to do it?
You pick.
No. We're not doing this on camera. You're choosing. This is what she does in every aspect of our life. Make
he
a
does
decision.
It to me too. I think it's even.
Make a definitive decision.
You're annoying.
Still can't. Still won't.
I hate this. No, I'll go. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. Love you. All right. My trivia is really fun. Okay. I'm really excited about it. I
want to come correct this time.
I kind of came up with this idea on my own, sort of. I mean, you sparked it with how you told me your trivia is. So I feel like it's kind of similar.
Okay.
All right. Which song ranked higher on the singles Billboard in 2011? Stereo Hearts by Gym Class Heroes or We Are Who We Are by Kesha. Which one ranked higher? And I do have the rankings to let you know what they were.
Perfect. I want to go Gym Class Heroes, Stereo Hearts.
You would be incorrect.
Damn.
This was
my heart's a stereo.
This was crazy to me. Stereo Hearts was 36, where We Are Who We Are was 30.
Close.
I'm like, that's crazy.
Fine.
All right. So all of the songs all of my questions are like that. So the next one is, which one ranked higher in 2015? I Don't Fuck With You by Big Sean and E40 or Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna?
I Don't Fuck With You.
By one.
Yeah, no, that was so I know Bitch Better Have My Money. That's a song, but I Don't Fuck With You was in movies and stuff like that. So I felt there's more of a commercial success with that project.
And it's still crazy because that song. Sorry. That was ranked number 47 on that list that year, and Bitch Better Have My Money was 48. I was like, I feel like that was really low for those songs, but it was kind of a crazy year for music.
Cool.
Number 3, which song ranked higher in 2003? Burn by Usher or Hey Ya by Outkast?
Hey Ya by Outkast. No. Really?
Burn by Usher was ranked 2 that year. And Hey Ya was ranked 8.
Yeah, so my thought process behind that guess was Hey Ya is arguably one of Outkast's worst songs. Like, just overall. Right. Out of all the songs that Outkast has made.
Absolutely.
Hey Ya was such a pop record. But that's what works. So I figured that. And I know, Let It Burn by Usher was something.
Crazy.
A fantastic song. But looking back on his discography, Burn isn't at the tippity top of his top 20. If you were to make like a versus top 20 best Usher songs, Burn isn't. It's not at the tippity top. It's up there. It's not the tippity top. So that was my thought process behind the guess.
What's funny about that year? So that was 2003. Usher also had the number 1 hit that year, which I forget what it was now. I should.
You Got It Bad.
I don't think it was that one. No, it was. Oh, it was Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4, which song ranked higher in 2008? No One by Alicia Keys or Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis?
Bleeding Love was massive.
It was. You would be correct.
Yeah.
Bleeding Love, but not by much. Bleeding Love was number 2 that year, and No One by Alicia Keys was 3.
Jesse McCartney wrote that song, Bleeding Love.
Did he really?
That is not a Leona Lewis.
I had no idea.
She did not write that song. It's a Jesse McCartney song.
Well, she sings it like crazy.
That's her only record, so.
She has the other one. She's got 2.
What's her other one?
That was loud as heck.
It's July 7th, and they still popping out here, these fucking rednecks.
We love it. She's got Bleeding Love, and then she It All Gets Better in Time. I forget what that one's called. Anyway,
maybe
something about better. Better in Time. I think that's what it's called. Anyway. All right. And last song. Which song ranked higher in 2018? Better Now by Post Malone or Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD?
Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD is a bigger song.
Yep. And again, only by one. That one ranked 12, whereas Better Now ranked 13 that year.
Better Now. I'm so like weird about music, is I'm gonna have a fun fact for all these songs. Better Now. The reason, so this is the thought process behind the guess. Mm-hmm. Better Now was not a single. Mm-hmm. It was not a single. It came out with the album. Beer Bongs
I don't think.
and
I mean, I did know that because.
But it, like a lot of songs on that project, it blew up after, and then they kind of re-released it as a single and was promoting it like such. But it was a slow burn. Right. It had to get to that point. Mm-hmm. Songs off Beer Bongs and Bentleys, like, was it the Rockstar record? Mm-hmm.
That was the single, no?
What is it? What is he saying? And I feel like a rock. That is Rockstar. Yeah. That was a single. It's in my head. I can't think of it.
The other one, I know what you're talking about.
But Better Now was much like Stay. Stay was a slow burn, but Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD was a smash out the gate.
Was Psycho the other?
Psycho with Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah,
that was the other one.
That's what I was thinking of. But so Better Now was a slow burn. Lucid Dreams was fire out the gate. That's what made me choose it. So did I get them half right?
I think you got all but one.
No, I got two. I got the first one. I got Usher wrong, and I got
Hey Ya.
Hey Ya.
Okay, so you got 3 out of 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. What you got for me?
All right. So fun fact, we're doing something similar here. Which show or movie is rated higher via Rotten Tomatoes?
Okay.
So obviously, for those who don't know the Rotten Tomatoes meter, it's 0 to 100%. Higher percent is better, lower percent's worse. Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
I feel like we need some music, like some dun 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 dun, like the TikTok. The
Jeopardy.
Ticking. Exactly. Why I'm so fucking like gassy right now.
I feel you. Is that not? I'm glad that's not just me. I feel like I've been kind of burpy, and I'm like over here trying to like not to do it into the microphone. So if you hear us, do any of that, we're so sorry.
I'm not even drinking soda. I'm drinking Gatorade. Anyways, here we go. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
The Office versus Friends. Who has a higher Rotten Tomato percentage?
Ooh, why'd you have to do it to me?
I got some good ones here. Okay.
I want to say Friends just because that's the thing, but I feel like it's gonna be The Office. Friends.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
The Office is at 81%. Friends is at 79%.
That's just ludicrous.
Okay. Next one. You ready?
Yes.
The movie Step Brothers.
Okay.
Or the movie Anchorman.
Ooh.
Which one? Both Will Ferrell movies. Which one has a higher Rotten Tomatoes meter?
I'm going to go Step Brothers.
That is also incorrect.
No!
Step Brothers is 55% and Anchorman is 66%.
See, for some reason I was feeling like Step Brothers might have been more popular for some reason and therefore
definitely more popular. But that's not what Rotten Tomatoes is. It's just the quality of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just thought maybe
because it was so popular? Yeah. No, you're not wrong there. All right. The TV shows. Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
Versus Shameless.
Ooh.
Which show has a higher Rotten Tomatoes meter?
Yikes. I'm gonna say Orange is the New Black.
That is your first correct one.
Okay.
Orange is the New Black is sitting at 90%. Shameless is at 82%.
Yeah.
Jesus, was that a cannon?
No, literally.
Golly.
That was ridiculous.
That was a good guess.
Yeah, I figured so just because I can see where people would feel like Shameless is a little like just kind of hectic. So, and where Orange is the New Black is maybe a little bit more put together. So, I can get that for sure.
The little I've seen of both, I agree with that. Okay. The movies.
Mm-hmm.
Lilo and Stitch versus Monsters, Inc. Which one has a higher Rotten Tomatoes meter?
Ooh, wow, you're really like putting kind of like a really old one against a kind of, I mean, it's not new, but newer. Ooh. Oh, Monsters Inc.
That is correct.
Yeah, okay, I figured I had to
Inc.
be.
is sitting at an astounding 96%.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch still high at 87%.
Yeah.
You're on a roll.
I was like, that had to have been really close.
You're on a roll. Okay. The TV shows. Brooklyn Nine-Nine versus It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Which show has a higher Rotten Tomatoes meter?
I feel like that's definitely Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You say it with so much conviction.
And I'm wrong.
And you are correct.
Yay!
But it is off by 1%.
Really?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is sitting at an astounding 95%. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is at 94%.
Really? I would have guessed that Sunny was like in the low
People
80s.
love that show.
Really?
It's an amazing show.
That's
I love
that
show.
I know you do. That's a show that I feel like is kind of hectic and makes me a little like, ah!
That's what's great about it. Yeah. So last one coming up. You've gotten 3 straight after missing your first 2, so you're on a roll. Your favorite movie, Gladiator.
Oh my god.
Versus another movie you really enjoy, War Dogs.
Ooh.
Which movie has a higher Rotten Tomatoes meter?
War Dogs.
That is incorrect.
Really?
By far so far. War Dogs is sitting at a 61% and Gladiator is at 80%.
I mean, okay, so my thought process there was like, I love Gladiator so much, I don't even think I could be unbiased towards it. And so I was like, I feel like I have to pick the other one because...
You should have gone with your gut.
Yeah. Well, it's my favorite movie for a reason.
There you go. And I think we both split them.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
I got 3 and 3. Heck yeah. I feel like that's better than a lot of the trivia you give me. I feel like sometimes
it's
I really
so crazy.
don't do good.
We'll do trivia off camera and kill it, and we get on camera and we just go dummy for some reason.
It's like all the brain cells just kind of like float away.
All right. So the next segment of the pod, we'd usually talk about some music news or something like that. Music is incredibly slow. Even music news is incredibly slow this week. So this is an idea that I've had for the longest time. I'm always coming up with content ideas for, just myself and stuff like that. And this idea was birthed really from me really wanting to know what makes people tick when it comes to their interest in music. And I eventually want to start a show where I interview people from all over the world and ask them, what is your relationship like with music? And seeing how...
I think that's such a good idea.
And seeing how, how do we react to certain stuff? What made us the way that we are, and with our relationship with music. So I figured now would be a good time. This was actually supposed to be a segment on the last pod, but I completely forgot it. It was on my list and everything. I just skipped it.
We both forgot it because you had told me about it, and I was like super pumped up for it. And then we got done with the pod, and we were like, you never even did that.
There you go.
But here we go. It's here now.
This is a shorter version than what I would do with this idea.
Okay.
But this is a music profile test, okay?
Okie doke.
So I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You're going to do the same and ask me 10 questions. And we're going to get the viewers a chance to see, who are we as music people? Because obviously it's a big part of our lives.
Yep.
A huge, massive part of our lives.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to ask you a series of 10 questions.
Oh, we forgot to even mention our records back here.
Yeah, we went record shopping today.
We did. These are 2 of our new ones.
We got Rodeo, Travis Scott.
That was my pick.
And then I got a find that I never thought I'd see. This is Doris by Earl Sweatshirt, one of my favorite
You got that
rappers.
For a steal, too, I feel.
A good price.
Yeah.
Never seen it before in my life. Didn't even know it was on vinyl, but it's mine now. So Doris and Rodeo. And Rodeo is one of Travis Scott's best. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Absolutely.
Take as much time as you need. This is not a speed round or anything. This is just to get to know you as a music consumer.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready.
Okay.
Born ready.
What is the first album you physically bought with your own money?
Definitely a One Direction album.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you know which one?
I believe it was the. I can tell you. I can absolutely tell you if you give
Well, I don't
me
want dead air.
one hot minute. Well, no, I mean, One Direction was lit. Don't even play about One Direction. Because
How old were you when you think you bought this album?
12 or 13.
Okay.
I have to look at the year.
Jeez, we were in different parts of the music at 12 and 13.
Yeah, we were. Midnight Memories, 2013. Yep.
Midnight Memories, One Direction. That was the first album you physically bought with your own money.
That I can remember, yes.
Okay. My next question.
Yes.
What is the first artist you remember cognitively listening to? So if you go back in your brain and go to your earliest moments of consuming music that you can still remember, what artist do you remember listening to the most?
Justin Timberlake.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
His what's the disco album called?
Oh, the Future Sex Love Sound?
Yes.
Yep.
That album, my mom owned that album on CD, and my sisters would play it a lot upstairs in their rooms and things, and so I heard it a lot as a pretty young child.
There you go. So your first album you bought was One Direction, and you're very boy bandy so far because Justin Timberlake's from a boy band. One Direction's a boy band. You're a little boy band. Okay.
My influences weren't the greatest music wise.
Okay, but I mean I'm a big Timberlake fan, so.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I love that album still to this day.
Yeah. Okay. If you were on a desert island and could only listen to one genre, what would that genre be?
R&B.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Easy one.
Super
easy one.
Off the top.
In your opinion, who do you think is the most overrated artist of all time?
Overrated?
Yes. So someone who on the totem pole has a lot of praise and you think it's not well deserved.
Taylor
Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first. All right.
Yeah, she's too overrated. Sorry to all the Swiftie fans out there. Y'all might boycott me for that, but
she's got some joints.
She has some joints for sure. I'm not trying to rock her, but overall,
so up there.
I mean, I even own one of her albums on vinyl, and I love that album.
We gave Taylor some money.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
But yeah, just overall, I think she's a little overrated.
There you go. All right. Who is your favorite artist of all time?
Ooh, I don't get to do it. Favorite artist of all time?
Yes. It could, an artist could be band. It could be a person. It's whatever. But just favorite of all time, considering everything.
I have two that come to my head.
You have to pick one. I'm not going to accept that. We're not playing that game here today.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you questions where you can do multiple.
Then I'm gonna have to go with J. Cole.
J. Cole?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So if you had a choice between Bears and J. Cole, you would choose J. Cole.
Probably.
Well, that's what the answer is then. Okay. What genre of music do you think is the most underrated?
Is the most underrated?
Underrated, underappreciated.
I mean, I think rap is very underrated and underappreciated because I think people just automatically label it, a certain way and in a certain light, and it's like you aren't even really listening to it, so you don't even really know. So I think
some of it is as bad as it seems.
Absolutely. But I think because of that,
a lot of it, it's so detailed that if you don't, there are bars that I have to explain to you, and it's so layered, and that's why hip hop. That's why I'm a hip hop guy. Is just because if you listen to the right guys, there's bad shit everywhere. There's good shit everywhere. There's a yin and a yang, right?
Absolutely.
That's the whole point of it. But some of this shit is so layered that if you don't have that brain, if you're simple-minded, you're not going to get it. But if you have a little complexity to you, you're going to be amazed. And I love that shit.
No, absolutely.
All right, this one's crazy, okay? Choose one passed away artist to bring back to life and one only.
Wow. I'm immediately gonna have to go with Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD had a... So, we'll get into it later.
Yeah.
We'll get into it later after the thing. But, Juice WRLD is a... I like
just think
that
he had
answer.
So much potential.
He was really gonna go somewhere. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's really coming down outside.
Is it? I gotta
Sounds
sneeze.
like
oh
it.
my god, I gotta sneeze.
Oh my god.
Not on the pod. Okay. I'm fighting it. Okay. All right. You're on a desert island,
Mm-hmm.
and you can only bring 3 albums to listen to for the rest of your life. What are those 3 albums?
Ooh. 3 albums for the rest of my life. Beauty Behind the Madness.
Weekend.
Loki, can I look up there? Cause your girl struggles. Beauty Behind the Madness. I really enjoy Awaken My Love.
Awaken My Love.
And then probably 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
There you go.
Yep, those 3 probably. Yep.
No Good Kid, Mad City.
It just didn't come to me at this time, so those are the ones I was feeling in this moment when you asked me this question. So that's who we are.
That's the answer then. Okay. If you could choose one song to describe your life the most, what song would that be?
Oh my God. To describe my life the most.
Just something that describes you, your life. What song do you think just really lays it out there?
I hate this question. I don't feel like there's one song that can do that.
You gotta at least think about it and try to choose one. You can't just get to the last question and then say no.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I feel like it's an unfair question. I feel like one song to describe your whole life is kind of crazy.
Just one that maybe one you resonate with the most, one that you just really can relate to the most, that just describes you,
This might be a little crazy, but Jasmine Sullivan's, I can't remember if it's her On It record or she has another one. I think it's the On It record.
That's the Sit On It record?
Yeah.
Okay. This got crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, because because I just like the way that she just kind of like owns how she feels about it, and I feel like that's something that I want to like be in my life, just like owning how I feel in that realm of things.
You a freak.
My bad. Just how it goes. You hear that out there? It's going stupid. Y'all, it's going stupid where we live right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The wind is going crazy.
All
we just got caught in a storm.
There you go.
Holy moly.
All right, give it to me. It's my turn to receive
Your turn?
this.
Okay. I got this. Are you ready?
Were my questions kind of online with your questions?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. Mine, I think, are a little different, but we'll see. Okay. Number 1. If you could only have one person's discography, who would it be? Lil Wayne or Kanye? If you could only listen to that person's discography for the rest of forever, Lil Wayne or Kanye?
Kanye. Kanye has the best rap discography of all time, in my opinion.
Really?
I like Wayne better rapping than Kanye, but the innovation, the production that comes with Kanye, and the experimental sounds, you're not going to get that with Wayne's discography. And and if I can get his discography, I get the Watch the Throne album, 808s and Heartbreaks, Graduation, College Dropout.
It's a lot of good.
It's a lot.
See, and I debated because at first I was gonna put Jay-Z versus Kanye, but then I was like, no, I feel like that's an immediate Kanye. But with
Jay-Z's discography
Kanye,
isn't the craziest,
right?
But he's still the GOAT, though.
Right. So with Wayne and Kanye, I was like, there might be a chance that Brandon could pick Wayne. So I was like, I'm gonna test it.
It's not an immediate Kanye, but I'm not. I have sat on the opinion. In my opinion, Kanye has the best hip hop discography of all time. So then, how could I not pick Kanye?
Yeah.
Like, you could say anybody, and I'd pick Kanye because he has the best discography of any rapper. What he's produced, what he's been on, all that stuff. So
I kind of thought that might be what you picked, but I was just trying to.
As far as a overall rapper, I like Wayne more, but it's more than that.
Right, absolutely. Next one. Do you know who it was the very first ever American Idol winner?
Carrie Underwood, right?
Mm-mm.
It was Kelly Clarkson?
Yep.
Oh, fuck me.
Yep, Kelly.
Those are my two choices, and there you go.
I feel like that makes sense that would be your two choices. But yeah, no. I thought it was funny since we just watched The Voice that she was on there. I didn't realize that she was the very first winner ever. I knew she was on it, but...
Carrie Underwood had to have been like the next season.
Right. Next one. What is your favorite music video of all time?
That's a killer. That's a killer one right there.
I know it's kind of a tough one, huh?
Man, I don't want to have dead air, but I really want to think about this one.
It's a hard one. Music videos really went kind of crazy back in the day. Even some of them now, but you know how I am about music videos. I don't really like to watch them because I feel like it ruins my perception of the song and the perception that I have.
What the song is. Mm-hmm. You know what? This is going to be funny. This is not like a serious answer. Mm-hmm. But Post Malone, Insane.
That's a funny music. That's one of the only ones recently I've seen.
By the pool, just shirt off, just...
He's just vibing. He's just like...
No, that would be an answer. Another one, Stand by Eminem, was a powerful, crazy music video. Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes had some...
you only have one pick, sir.
Pass the Cavassier with Busta Rhymes and Pharrell.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a good...
What does it for you?
Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On.
That's the one. Yeah. What does it for you?
Anything with Ice Spice.
Oh my God, this is going well, guys. Okay.
So I'll go Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On.
Why?
The choreography. Missy's music videos were next level. Mm-hmm. The colors, the choreography, the cuts. It was very fast, very intricate at the same time. So Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. My honorable mentions, so that's my answer. Mm-hmm. My honorable mentions are Pass the Cavassier, Busta Rhymes, and Pharrell. That's just a funny video, but also I love that song. Stand by Eminem was super like a movie that was crazy. Mm-hmm. And I like the concept of A Milli by Wayne because he's like on his way to shoot another music video. Right. Mrs. Officer. Yep. While doing
that is funny. That's a good one.
Cuz like if you listen to Mrs. Officer, he says just deported from the latest drop. I got stopped by a lady cop. He's talking about coming from the A Milli music video.
That's funny.
So, that's a fun
I didn't know that. That's very funny. All right, next one. Who is your favorite female artist?
Ooh.
I feel like you might have answered it from your last question.
If you were gonna say rapper, I would have said Lauryn Hill.
But just do not rapper, and that I specifically didn't say rapper because I wanted you to have reign of just female artists as a whole. R&B, everything.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Okay. Really? I don't think I was expecting that.
Beyonce.
I like that pick though.
Houston, baby.
Heck yeah. What movie has your favorite soundtrack?
We talked about this.
Did we?
Step Up 2.
Step Up 2.
Step Up to the Streets.
I didn't know. I knew you really liked that one. I didn't know if it was your favorite.
Now, here's the thing. I don't know if it's an official soundtrack. Like, I don't know if you can buy a CD of the Step Up 2 soundtrack. For those of you who don't know the Step Up movies, they're like breakdancing movies, and breakdancing is a big part of hip hop. So your boy loves it. The second movie, a lot of Timbaland records on there. It has The Way I Are, Timbaland and Carrie Hilson. It has Bounce with Timbaland, Missy Elliott, and Justin Timberlake. My favorite rock band, Breaking Benjamin, has a song in that movie.
That's crazy.
What is it? Was it Hey baby, I got the potion. The Potion by Ludacris. The Potion by another Timbaland beat is on there. Honorable mention, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay.
It's super close, but anything full, like mostly produced by Timbaland, I'm gonna go crazy for it because Timbaland's my favorite producer of all time.
Of course.
But Get Rich or Die Trying, there are songs that were just made for that movie. In the movie where he was recording it,
right?
Because he's a rapper in the movie, like Window Shopper. That's not even a real. That song was written for the movie.
That's insane.
And that song's amazing. Window
That's
Shopper.
Crazy.
I'll whoop your head, boy. Back of the steel. No. Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying, Step Up to the Streets. I love those two.
Those are good picks. I like those. Who would be your number one pick to see in concert?
Anybody?
Yeah, just overall, any artist ever. Like, who would you want to see perform live the most?
Probably Chris Brown.
Really? Okay.
Probably my favorite R&B artist of all time.
Really? Okay.
Especially male R&B.
I feel like I'm learning so much about you.
That's the whole point of this.
I know.
Women R&B, I'd have to think about it a little bit more, but definitely. Well, I don't. What does The Weeknd count as? Is he's not? I don't think Weeknd's R&B. I think he was at one point.
I don't know what I think he's more.
He's just gothic pop, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But as far as straight R&B, Chris Brown has some of my favorite songs of all time. Take You Down, Poppin', Go Crazy, you know, With You, Yo. I could go on for forever. You know, Give Me That if you want to go super old with it. Run It. Some great. Those are more poppy records, but and Chris Brown as a performer can dance his ass off better than the most of them.
So you feel like he could put on a show?
It's
and
more
his
of a show.
amazing.
I would say I would love to see The Weeknd in concert, but I feel like The Weeknd's just gonna be
standing there.
He's not much of a dancer.
He's just gonna be like, I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
You look like you can't feel your face when you say
but
that.
I love it. Yeah.
No, but I would love to see Chris. I would not pass up seeing Chris Brown, but I would love to see The Weeknd too. I just would never. My pick wouldn't be a rapper because I'm not. I want to see a show. With rappers, they just have their songs playing and they kind of just like rap over the song, and a lot of the times they're not like the song's playing and they're just like letting the crowd sing it. Like, I want to see a show, so I would want to see some choreography, something like that. And when I
get that,
I want to hear a good voice. I want to hear choreography. I want to hear good music. When I think about that, I think about Chris Brown.
I like that pick a lot. I think that makes a lot of sense. All right. What's a song that will immediately put you in a better mood in the case of, like, if you were feeling down?
Yams by Fetty Wap.
Yes. I love that.
Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. No, that's so funny. That song's fire, so son.
No, yeah, you play that and I'm immediately, like, bopping. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet Yams by Fetty Wap. Look it up. That song's crazy.
All right. Name a song that starts with F. Go. 10, 9, 8.
Future Sex
7.
Love Sounds. Justin Timberlake.
I'm dead. Okay. I thought you would go with, like, you know, fuck up some commas or something.
I'm on the spot. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck with me, you know I got it. Jay-Z and Rick Ross.
I mean, your 10 seconds is that, but it's okay. That was so funny. I forgot that I put that one in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I threw myself off. All right. What instrument would you want to learn how to play?
Piano.
Really?
Piano. I hear from what my old producer told me, if you can learn to play the keyboard and piano, your production skills and making beats and making instrumentals just go through the roof with that talent. Guitar would be a solid 2, but I know how to play the drums, so that's not on there. I don't have any interest in playing any like woodwind or brass instrument. Yeah, but piano 1, guitar's a close second.
Okay, I dig it. All right, last question. What is your favorite way to listen to music? Like jamming in your car, on the record player, just on a speaker vibing with people. Like, what's your favorite way to listen to music?
You know, I'm actually not very picky when it comes to, in my head, maybe this is where I'm OCD. I just need to digest it. I need to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's, I work from home quite a bit. So if that's while I'm working, it's
Mm-hmm.
just playing. As long as I, at the end of the day, can say that I listen to it, I'm happy. But to really properly answer your question, I would prefer, we have the record player, I'd prefer to listen to something more on vinyl
Mm-hmm.
or on disc, something where I purchase it, put it in, and I just let it play cover to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Don't skip anything, just let it play.
Yep, I agree.
That's how I do it. But I'm not picky at all. So that answer is even a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But, just let me just pull it up on my phone and hit play and just listen to it like this. I just need to inhale it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think me knowing you as your wife, that makes sense to me that you would say that, because you
I
have
listen
always
to
kind of been that
I
way.
listen to 15 albums a week.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to 3 albums a day, 5 days a week.
Yep.
You can't be too picky. You got to get it in where you. So when I'm driving a long distance to some of the places where I work, like a lot of music is listened to that way, just in the car on the way there.
That makes sense.
Down to quiet time whenever I'm working on my computer, doing reports or whatever, having something just constantly playing. That's how I do it. But that's how I get. I feel like that's how I get knowledgeable on my shit.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so that's our music profiles.
That was our music.
You're a boy band girl.
Questionnaires. Yeah, not really by choice. It's kind of just what was laid out in front of me.
In other news, I got 2 funny.
Are we ready? Oh my god.
I think we might die soon. I'm be honest with you.
There might be like a tornado coming, and we have no idea.
It actually sounds crazy outside.
No, it really does.
And we have headphones on, so we're not even really. So we could really need to take cover right now.
We have no idea, because I done turned off the alerts on my phone.
But we gonna get this pod off.
Not for sure. Y'all gonna get some content today.
Okay, so this is Aubrey O'Day is a singer in the old music group Danity Kane.
Okay.
I think they won Diddy's Making the Band. I don't know, you were probably too young for that, but Diddy had
everything you just said. I'm like, huh?
Diddy had a TV show where he put a bunch of people in like a reality show to find the best combination of people to make a group.
Okay.
And Danity Kane was a group that won that show.
That's lit. So it was like another music show.
Yeah, a music show, but Diddy. So he was like high on coke, just screaming at people.
High on coke, he said. Oh my god.
Oh, Diddy. I think that's not even a secret. Diddy dabbles.
So he's Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Diddy dabbles, man.
I'm just kidding.
Diddy be dabbling, is what I'm saying. Aubrey O'Day is known for having sexual relations with Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr.
Okay.
She most recently said that she had sex with Donald Trump Jr. in a gay club, which is super interesting because they're really Republican.
Right.
They're anti-LGBTQ+.
So, Mr.
So let me explain the scenario to you. Okay?
Okay, I'm listening.
She was at a gay club.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she was.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of members of the LGBTQ+ community, and they're all in either naked or they're in underwear and, very leaving little to the imagination.
Right.
Donald Trump was hollering at her and said he wanted to smash. Donald Trump Jr. Did I say Jr. or did I say Trump?
You said Trump.
Donald Trump Jr. I want to be clear.
Yeah.
Was hollering, and she said, "You want to smash? Come to me, and we can do it here." Not thinking that he would show up, boy pulled up for that punani.
Punani!
Boy pulled up. He got real ally real quick.
Wow.
And they proceeded to have relations inside a gay club. And the reason why I bring this up, I don't know if you know much about the political landscape, but there's a lot of emphasis. Joe Biden has a son who does coke and is like he's a fuck up and he's a weirdo. I mean, who doesn't have a weird member
Everybody
of the family.
got that family, yeah.
Yeah. Just happens to be his son. And Donald Trump Jr., extremely anti-LGBTQ, got real ally real quick to smash this chick. And this chick's gorgeous, by the way. Audrey O'Day, you could look at her. She looks like a porn star. Like, she looks like what you would want to have sex with if you were a regular man that gets down like that, right? But I think it's so funny. And this is all alleged, of course. And you won't hear any of this from the Republican side.
No, of course not.
Why would you? But she met up with homeboy in the gay club, and they smashed in the gay club.
That's crazy.
And the thing is, if this is a lie, this is such a specific lie.
Yeah, that's very specific.
This is so specific. But yeah, that's what happened.
That's crazy.
I think that's awesome.
No, that is awesome.
That's so cool. And it's so funny because everybody is like, Biden needs to be impeached because his son's a drug addict weirdo. Whatever. And it's like,
but DTJ is out here sucking and fucking in the gay club, but you know,
out here sucking and fucking
in the gay club, but yet, you know, Biden's got a druggie,
couple of men could have slid in. No one would have ever known.
I'm just saying.
Creed from The Office. A couple of guys could have slid in. No one would ever know.
You never know. It's
so that is awesome. I hope it happened. I hope it's real.
Yeah, I hope that's true.
And we all know that these people aren't who they say they are anyway. Like, if you stand so hard on one thing, I'm just gonna assume that if you're so against the gay community, I'm gonna assume you're a little gay. That's just how it goes, man.
Because otherwise, why do you care?
It's more. Why? You should like gay. If you're a straight man, you should love gay men because that's more women for you, weirdo.
And not only that, but like, just why do you give a fuck?
And we're not even gonna talk about how when people say I don't like gay people because it's in the Bible. The Bible also says you can't eat shrimp.
Oh my god.
But we gobbling those shrimp cocktails.
No, yeah. We out here in these oceans taking all the shrimp away from the whales that have the teeth that look like brooms.
They said you can't sell your land. Why are there real estate agents?
My mom's a real estate agent.
They're also on the Bible. It's also pro trafficking of your daughter.
Both of our moms work for real estate agent company. Sorcery.
I'm just saying. It also says you can't wear two cloths of different fabrics on one. So like this, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I guess this is both cotton.
But like you can't wear like polyester and cotton. That would be super wrong. Or like linen and cotton. What are you doing?
It also says you are not allowed to touch a skin of a dead pig. Football skin of a dead pig.
Pork.
But bacon. Yeah, but we pick and choose what is, or like they said gays are bad in the Bible, so I follow that. But when it comes to shrimp, I can't get enough of Long John Silver's.
Can't get enough. Hell yeah, brother.
I can't get enough of Long John Silver.
I swing up in that Taco Bell. That's the duo.
For those who want reference, I'm pretty sure the shrimp Bible verse is Leviticus verse 11. I think I got receipts. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, you said. I remember you told me the other day.
Leviticus verse 11.
You were like 11:6.
They said if it has fins, or if it has the proper fish fins, you can eat it. But if it's another cretin, you should leave it be.
Yep.
And we're like, I'll ignore that.
As long as I get my shrimp and my cocktail sauce.
I gotta get that Long John.
Hallelujah, brother.
Joe Crab Shack. Okay.
Joe Crab Shack.
This is a funny one.
So does that mean we're not supposed to eat crabs either?
No, that would be It says
that'd be a part of it, and like lobster and stuff.
That would be.
Y'all out here wilding this.
But y'all ignore that. But when it comes to writing off a whole genre of people.
I hope a Christian person
when you go
sees this video and then decides that they can never eat those kind of seafood anymore.
I'm not gonna do it.
If it's in the Bible,
I'm going straight tilapia from now on.
Tilapia's gross. Okay, anyway.
So this is crazy. Mm-hmm. Remember, I heard someone say that the Kennedy that's running for president, is a good one. Turns out, dude's crazy.
Really?
Right? Like, he's wild. He says, atrazine, which is a chemical in water, or something in water. I don't know if it's a chemical. I'm just going to assume it is. Atrazine in the water supply is contributing to sexual dysphoria in kids.
Excuse me? What does that even mean?
He thinks the atrazine that is in the water supply, that's in the, I guess it's getting in our water, is turning the kids, is making the kids have sexual dysphoria, meaning they're confused about their sexuality.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
I come with receipts as always. Atrazine is a commonly used herbicide in the U.S. The Environmental Protection Agency regulates how much is allowed in drinking water and evaluates potential ecological and human health risks. No scientific studies in humans have linked atrazine exposure to gender dysphoria. It has been linked in some studies to birth defects and other reproductive health problems. Robert F. Kennedy's claim appears to be based on the 2010 University of California, Berkeley study that found that when male frogs,
not humans,
frogs were exposed to atrazine, some lost fertility and developed ovaries. Differences in human and frog biology mean these findings do not unilaterally extend to humans.
Hip!
That's all I gotta say. Some dude saw a study on frogs and was like, the water's turning our kids gay.
Did you know that your kid's gonna turn into a gay frog? If you let your child drink water, he's gonna take.
Don't drink the atrazine.
He's gonna turn into a gay frog.
He's gonna be leaping around and landing on something.
And it's not gonna be a lily pad, I'll tell you that.
Ah!
Help!
Why are we here, bro? I'm serious. This shit's for the birds or the frogs, apparently.
The gay frogs.
Goddamn water gonna turn my son into a gay frog. Princess gotta kiss him, come back to life.
Oh, Lord!
The princess gotta kiss him and come back to life. Oh, shit,
Oh my
bro.
God. Somebody send help, please.
That's all I got for the other news.
So that was our current news for the week, guys.
That's all I came with. I'll be honest with you.
That was our current
They're
news.
turning our kids into gay frogs.
Okay, so let's wrap this one up on that note. My music recommendation for this week is an album that came out in 2019 called Of Age by Love. Is it Mansui? Mansui? I don't know how to say it. It's Mansuy.
Is that the album that has count on
yes.
you? Can you count on you? Yeah, that's a good song.
It's a really great 8-song project, and it's just definitely one of those albums that is meant to be listened, top to bottom, like, just put on the first song, listen to it all the way through. It's really good. I've gone back to it quite a bit over the years. So that is my music rec of the week, my friends.
My music recommendation is more so a band than I'm crying from gay frogs. Oh my god.
Gay frogs made him cry, guys.
Okay, frogs made him cry. More so a band that I recently just found on TikTok. Mm-hmm. It's a band called Magnolia Park. They are a pop punk band. If you know me, I'm a hip hop head, I'm an R&B head, but I do appreciate the occasional pop punk, but punk rock records like Blink-182, stuff like that, Sum 41. Mm-hmm. I love the anti-establishment punk records because if you go back historically, punk rock and hip hop are very close knitted. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, mm-hmm. whenever hip hop was struggling to have a mainstream presence, they were trying to find a place to play music. They were shut out by everybody, but the punk rock community let them in and let them do their thing. So I will always have a soft spot for punk rock.
Absolutely.
But there's a band called Magnolia Park. Something interesting about them: a black lead singer.
Love it.
A person of color in rock as a lead singer. I'm not very well versed on rock. I think there's a band called Seven Dust. When I was a kid, when I was younger, they had a black lead singer and they had a song I really liked.
It's kind of fewer and further between.
So this band having multiple people of color in it. They have their 2023 album came out this year called Baku's Revenge. So many good songs on that. My favorite is a song called Radio Reject. Just pop punk, good old fashioned, fast paced, good vocals. Really takes you back again to like that Blink 182, Sum 41, Good Charlotte.
Yeah.
Simple Plan type of pop
Simple
punk.
Plan, that's so good.
Yeah, type of pop punk. So, and it's new, and for me to find new rock is hard because when it comes to rock, I stay with the older stuff. I've tried to listen to newer stuff. It doesn't intrigue me as much. But to find this and the fact they're making music today, coming out this year, Magnolia Park, Baku's Revenge is the album. That's my music recommendation.
And that's all we've got for you guys.
That's the pod. It was a fun one, guys. I'm going to go see if, like, we're alive out here.
No, literally. We might be dead.
Goddamn
Love you
tornado.
guys.